Hey, everybody, happy Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, February 13th. This is Dr. C ringing in. Again, thank you for the good work and a quick reminder, not to be redundant or repetitive, drive you crazy, but there aren't any assignments in this course that asks for an opinion per se, unless you're backing it up with factual reference. Okay, none of these are thought papers, editorials, or otherwise. Okay, how do you know that? Now, in your defense, some of those assignments don't say be explicit, make sure you cite sources, but it is in your rubric. There is a citations and element, right, and references, etc. So you have to be able to back your statements, observations, and analysis up at least with some reference to facts, i.e., readings, the resources, etc. That's important. It's important because it's a requirement of scholarly level writing. And it's not just this course. This is a university course, and a lot of the work you're doing here is going to reappear. The same requirements will be in other courses where you're required, okay, to offer analysis, observations, and factual reference. Why do you say those things? In other words, why are you making these assertions? Is it just an assumption or a guess? Even if you're right, it doesn't matter. People raise their hands and say, well, what makes you, how can you substantiate what you're saying? All right, so we have to be truth tellers. I don't care if you're poli sci, anthro, human services, whatever, CJ. It doesn't matter. Okay, you have to incorporate factual reference. So, what did you do in Mod 6? All right, you've got a journal right here. Let's look at that rubric real fast. Taking a look at the rubric as we scroll down. Excuse me. Let me see. So, you're going to look back at the research questions. You're already in progress on this. You submitted for Project 3 milestone and Mod 5. How does the methodology of your research influence each of the questions you asked? How does the methodology influence the type of data included in the research study? Okay. So, what are you doing here? Here is your rubric, articulation of response. So, what does this mean here? It means no slang, no colloquial, no I thinks and I feels. Okay, that's important. Then you have the influence of methodology. Make sure you write to the rubric. Chunk this out so you know that this is my guide to assessing and interpreting your ability to demonstrate comprehension, grasp, and understanding of the assignment. Okay? And down here, citations for ideas requiring attribution. That's critical. Okay? Unless you've come up with an original thought, you have to be able to do this. You have to use citations in the body of your work. Okay, so let's go back. That's the Mod 6 Journal Rubric. Okay, see if this thing loads up. Thank you. Okay, and your feedback. I want to thank the students who have given me feedback on questions about content descriptions. And in some areas there is some ambiguity, and we are making changes, and I want to thank you for that. All right, Project 2 data. Here's your requirements and rubric here. Okay, this is where you have been recently asked. You have applied for another position in the company you work for, etc. Now it's round 2. Here's your presentation for this project. You complete the following, right? So you've all been doing that. Make sure you chunk these out. Okay, these work as good headers in the body of your work when you submit it. It really helps. It helps me chunk out what you're doing and looking for it as I align it with and assess it with the almighty rubric. Articulation of response at the top. You speak to the attributes, the threats to credibility. All of these are going to require some elements, some specific citations to factual reference, okay? Data collection types, relevance of data collection types, and citations and attributions. Okay, so that's important. That's, in a nutshell, pretty much Mod 6. I'm going to make sure we cover everything, though. Okay? Oops, Mod 3. Sorry, no. Let's go back. Don't you love how slow this goes sometimes? Huh? All right, Mod 6. And what do we have left? Okay. And then you have a quiz. So let's go to Mod 7. What's going on in Mod 7? What are we expected to do? Things are going, the term is moving quickly, and so we're going to be coming to an end of my ability to offer revisions. Okay, that's important. So keep that in mind. I will announce when I have to basically terminate the opportunity to revise work. Okay, and I appreciate everyone keeping me up to date on their revisions. Writing does take practice. It doesn't mean that it doesn't mean you have over the inability to do things. But every writer revises their work, usually on more than one occasion. It does create a lot of work. I don't mind. I want you to succeed. Check your knowledge, non graded. We have a practice activity formulating a question. Look at the requirements in the rubric. Okay. So in Module 8, you will submit your research question for Project 3 research question. In this activity, you will practice creating a research question using one of the flowcharts provided or one you create yourself. You will only need to complete one flow chart, but you may wish to practice completing each type to see if one is more helpful to you than another. So be sure you include each of the areas of importance below. Okay? Right here is what you do. That's the do. That's the to-do list. Okay? Make sure you include each area of importance for starters. And here's your practice activity rubric. Just two critical elements. Flowchart, you complete at least one. Areas of importance addresses each area of importance. Okay, so there's that. Let's go back to Mod 7. Yeah, and let's hope it loads. All right. All right. So there's that practice activity. There's a discussion. Remember, it's not an opinion. Make sure you read through the requirements here and make sure you answer the questions. It seems like a lot of work. And discussion, unfortunately, for a lot of people, it infers just basically some chit chat. It's really not. It's about taking a position, formulating an argument, and responding to your peers, okay, to reflect upon what they've said and for them to have the same opportunity. Okay? So that's Mod 7 right there. And then you have a quiz. Any questions, please? I need to know. Get a hold of me right away. Call me, we'll connect, we'll walk through assignments, whatever it takes. If you have revisions that you're putting in, I need an email from you to give me a heads up and to remind me. There are a lot of people in this class with a lot of different strategies for success, and I'm trying to accommodate as many people as I possibly can. So I have your back. Please have mine, and let me know when you're uploading any revisions or adjustments. Thank you. Again, thank you for the good work. This is a hard course, and I really want to pat you all on the back for really working very, very hard. Don't give up.